Hello, boys and girls. Today is Monday, April the 20th, and this is your Eureka math lesson. It's lesson 18. The objective today is that I can share and critique peer strategies for adding two-digit numbers. It means that you can look at different ways that the children in your class has decided to choose to solve the problem, and then you can look to see if it's done correctly, and you can look to see if you like one the best. We don't have our classmates with us because they're all looking at the video, but we can find another way to do this. The question is, can you look at a problem and show all the ways to solve it? Because that's what you're going to do instead of having your classmates do it. And we can come to techniques to understand what's going on. So I'm sorry, one of those words is wrong. We can understand these techniques to see what's going on, and when we're finding different ways to solve our problem. As always, we look at a video to help us, and this video is is actually ways to make 10. Okay, are we ready?
Bones from 11 to 19. Number bones, sing and learn with me how the parts add up to the whole. Number bones, ready, set, let's go. Lift one knee up for the first part. Lift the other knee up for the second part. Walk in place for the whole. Let's learn and move. 10 and 1 make 11. 10 and 2 make 12. 10 and 3 make 13. 10 and 4 make 14. 10 and 5 make 15. 10 and 6 make 16. 10 and 7 make 17. 10 and 8 make 18. 10 and 9 make 19. Number bones from 11 to 19. Number bones, sing and learn with me how the parts add up to the whole. Number bones, ready, set, let's go.
Okay, we're not going to listen to the whole video because he says it over and over, but it helps us to understand what we're doing. So we're going to look at the different ways that we can, what strategies we're using. We can use quick tens. We can use the arrow method. We can use decompose. We can use make 10. We raise it up. Well, let's do counting on, since this has more room. Counting on. And we can do make 10. So I'm going to give you all a problem to do, and we're going to make believe that we're all in the class together. And I'm going to say we're going to add 17 plus 6. And we want to find out what the answer is. So one child does 17, plus 6 And then they decide that they're going to decompose. So we're going to say decompose 6 and make it 3 plus 3. And so, move it over some. And so then they know that 17 plus 3 is 30. I'm sorry, 20. So they're saying 20 plus 3 equals 23. And guess who did that one? Aiden did that one. Good job, Aiden. Okay, the next one, 17 plus 6. And let's see, Madison decided she was going to do that one. So I'm going to draw a ring around Aiden's problem. And Madison decided that she was going to use counting on. So she wrote 17, and then she did 18, 19, 20. And remember, she's got to do it 6 times. 21, 22, 23. So Madison did the counting on way. So here was her 17, and then she said 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. She counted on 6 times, and she got the answer 23. Let me make that 23 in red. And let's see, Aiden's answer was 23. And let me write counting on in red. And let me write decompose in red because Aiden chose to decompose. Okay, let's see who tried a different way. Remember, the problem is 17 plus 6. And let's see, Destin decided that he was going to use, let's write Destin's name here. And Destin decided that he was going to use the quick 10. So he did 110. And then 7 ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then he was going to use his 6, 8, 9, 10, and that's only 3, 4, 5, 6. And so he got another 10, so he said 20 plus 3 equals, and the answer is 23. And he did a quick 10. Okay, let's see who else did something differently. Let's circle Destin's. Okay, and then along came Taylor. Remember, this is our problem. And Taylor said that she was going to do a different way to decompose because Aiden divided 17, he decomposed 6, but Taylor decided that she was going to decompose 17. So here is her 17 plus 6 equals, and instead of doing 6, she decomposed 17. And so hers was 10 plus 7, and she said 6 plus 7 is 13. So hers is 10 plus 13 equals 23. And remember, this was decompose again, but they decomposed a different number. Taylor decomposed 17, and Aiden decomposed 6. Okay, let's see. Who else decomposed a different way? Okay. Let's look at the way somebody did this. 17 plus 6. And they did 10, and then they drew the arrow, plus 7, and they got 17, and they did the arrow again. 6 equals 23. And Gary did this one. And so he used the arrow method. So that was 10 plus 7 equals 17. 17 plus 6 equals 23. So if we looked at class, if we were in a class, we would have put all of these on the board. And each child would have come up and they would have said, this is how I got my answer. Aiden would have said, I decomposed, but I decomposed 6, and we made it 3 and 3. And then he combined 17 plus 3 to get 20, and then he added 20 plus 3 to get 23. Madison would have said, when she added 17 plus 6, she did counting on. So she put 17, and then she counted 6 more times. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and she got 23. Destin said he did the quick tens. He put 110, 7 dots for 17. He added 6 by putting 3 X's at the top to make a 10 and 3 X's down here. So he had enough to make a 10, so he has 2 tens, 20, plus 3, 23. Taylor, for her 17 plus 6, she decomposed 17. So 17 is 10 plus 7. She knew 7 plus 6 was 13. So 10 plus 13 equals 23. And Gary decided to use the arrow method, where he put 10, he added 7 to get 17, and then he added 6. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 6 equals 23. So everybody got 23 as their answer, so everybody was right. Everybody did it a different way. So our lesson would be, you do it the way that is more comfortable for you. All of these ways are right. So the whole object of this lesson was to find a way that we could use this and be comfortable and get the right answer. So for your worksheet right today, you're going to have that on your Google Classroom. They have given you 3 problems, and they're asking you to see what's missing in these problems to make them right. So when I looked at 13 plus, and it was 20, I said, wait. We have to do a plus 1. And we can't do 13 plus 20 because our answer will be 30 with that 2 and 1. So we had to change the 20 to a 10. And so it was 13 plus 10 gave us 20, and then we had to add plus 1 to give us 21. So this is what you're going to do on the computer. 13 plus 8, they have the arrows to decompose, but they didn't decompose them. So we know that 8 is 7 plus 1. So let's, we added 13 plus 7, and we got 20. 20 plus 1 is 21. And this way, they did a quick tens. So they added, instead of adding 8, they added 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I added the 8th down here to make it 21. Over here it says circle the student that correctly solved the addition problem. And so when we looked at it, 16, they decomposed 5 to 4 and 1. They made 20. 16 plus 4 is 20 plus 1. So this one was right. This one is not done correctly. So you had to, down here it says to do it so that it is done correctly. So down here you would draw your 1 and then you would do all of those to make another 10 with the 1 so that it could be correct. He put his dots the wrong way. His dot should be in a line. And over here, 16 plus 3 should have been 16 because now it's 16 plus 5. Should have been 16 plus 4 equals 20. Plus 2 is 20. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. The answer is wrong. I'm sorry. The answer would have been, well,